Hello everyone, welcome back to the new tutorial. In this video, I'm going to paint watercolor eye, and for this I'm using 270 GSM cold pressed paper, and this is 100% cotton. So whenever I paint skin color, I always try to use a very transparent shade. So here I'm mixing shades of yellow, warm red and burnt sienna, and try to keep it as transparent as possible so you can see the color. Here it's very fluid, and I'm just painting the skin, and you can just change the ratio of these shades to get different kind of color. Let's say maybe you can mix a little bit of more uh, warm red, maybe a little bit of burnt sienna more. So you just have to change the shades a bit by just you know playing with the ratio, right? So either you can start with drawing, or maybe if you're confident enough you can directly paint onto the paper. So I started with wet on dry technique, right? Once I'm done painting the skin, I'm just softening the edges with the wet brush, and I'll try to add a little darker shade as well to define the light and shade, right? So I'm just adding a slightly darker shade to define the shadowed areas, and you know you just have to soften the edges. Okay, so now I'll keep adding darker shades to add some volume. And now all I'm doing wet on wet technique, because the wash I've already applied is still kind of moist, and when I'm applying darker shades, I'm getting some soft edges and good blend. So I'll just fast forward the video, and we'll come back later.
Fall into the ocean.
Alright, so now I'm done painting the skin layer, and maybe I'll add details later on. So now I'm going to make it completely dry before I add the details. And by the way, if you're someone who really wants to improve beyond just painting eyes and learn complete watercolor portrait techniques, including skin tones, facial structure, blending, and expressive portraits, I recently came across a very detailed course by Yui on Wingfox that covers portrait mastery from basics to advanced techniques. I think it could be really helpful for those of you who want to seriously level up your portrait skills. I have added the link in the description and pinned comment if you would like to check it out. Okay, so now it's completely dry, and I'm adding details. I'm just painting the shadow under the eyelid. So I'm just using a really transparent, shade. Uh, so I have mixed ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, try to get slightly darker shade, and just try to getting the volume right. So you have to paint with darker shades uh, to the corners, right, and keep it light in the center to show the roundness, right? So I'll just fast forward the video since it's a long video, and I hope you enjoy watching this tutorial. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and share your feedback in the comment.
Everything is curling up tight. Fall into the ocean. reaching out, I'm reaching in. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. It's coming. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching in. The water is rising over me. The water is rising.